I'm Sol. I got nervous already. Cool. Okay. Hi, I'm Sol. You guys can find me at Sol Rod Studio. I am a multidisciplinary feminist artist. I live in Savannah, Georgia. I'm originally from Guayaquil, Ecuador, but I've been in the States for 15 years now. Smells like mandarin, island, and orange. Super pink.
Super pink.
Super pink. I am trash girl. Anyone has a receipt, anyone goes by something, they go, "Oh, here's the receipt. Oh, here's this. Here's that." And the craziest thing is that people also think I'm like, I'll accept any paper, of course, but like some papers that I've gotten are crazy. Like I've gotten speeding tickets, airline tickets, um someone's tax like stuff. I was like, why are you giving me this? And they're like, it's money based papers, you might be able to make something with it. And I was like, okay. So I scanned the really interesting things. Maybe I'll make collages later on. Lottery tickets have been like the kind of surplus. I started by there's two gas stations right before you come through my apartment, and I'm a regular at one of them. The manager there, Salif, he collects the losing lottery tickets for me throughout like 2 3 days, and I'll get like pretty big the black bags from the gas station full just of losing lottery tickets. And like when I was in the heat of the project and making like a ton of paper, like 20 30 pieces per like week, um he would give me like 2 or 3 bags a week. Like there's a lot of lottery tickets. Like that business is bigger than you think, which is unfortunate, but it also adds to the whole like project because it's like a kind of commentary on the economy, and then also like the value of money, the value of paper, because the lottery ticket paper is technically like $1,500. Like I did the math, and that's about like my batch is roughly around 1,000 to like 100 to 500. Like that's that's the amount of money of that was worth, and it was put into the papers. Basically, I like to leave the paper soaking for like 24 to 72 hours, depending on the type of paper. Receipt paper, less time. Lottery ticket, more time. So the thicker, more cardstocky it is, the wetter and kind of more gummy I want it to be. Awful, awful. But Nutri bullets work a lot better than a big blender. So I'll do tiny batches in a bullet, and then I like paying homage to what it was before I converted it. So to do that, I half my batches. So half of my batch is really well blended and it has a really nice pulp consistency, how traditional paper makers approach pulp. And then the second half is the soul method, where I'm just gonna go 1 2 seconds. I'm like, okay, that's good enough. And so the blender doesn't actually chop up all of the pieces of paper, and it doesn't create a really fine pulp. But because you have that other half mixture, combining them is enough to create a nice piece of paper. But then you still get some of the little pieces that didn't quite get blended all the way in. And then you just press it like normal, whatever. I've been putting things in the paper, so whenever you pull it, it's if you're gonna put something in the paper. So I've been putting mesh from fruits like oranges and chains, and I put like a little wooden piece in there, just random things. And if you're gonna put anything in the paper and see if it'll paper, when you push it through and pull it through the water, you just want to make sure it's somewhere in the middle so that it gets like in the weaves of the paper and not just on top or underneath. And then I've been adding gold foil and glitter. And what I can say about that is that not all glitter is made the same. Um, Thicker glitter will not adhere as nicely to the paper as finer glitter will. So if you're gonna go with glitter, finer is better. And then gold foil, if you mix it into your batch itself, it'll actually get embedded into the pulp. So there's a lot of really cool ways to approach this method. And I think if you're creative with the actual blending of the pulp itself, that's where you can really kind of start to kind of mess around with the integrity of the paper. And like some of the paper that I make feels more like fiber than paper because I'm manipulating the nature of it. But yeah, that's kind of how I make the paper. I think it goes kind of back to curiosity because I don't I think some curiosity is innate from yourself, but I think sometimes it's also the universe bringing something to you, and then it's this openness of like, oh, what is this? What are you trying to tell me? What are you trying to show me? I think it's like being curious about the opportunities and the things that are kind of being presented to you. But I struggle calling myself spiritual, religious, any of the sort, even though I have so much faith that not only everything happens for a reason, like I have 1,000% faith in that. Like I don't think anything is a coincidence or just just for it. You know, I don't think anything happens just because it is a chance. I think everything is meticulously and carefully happening for a specific set of reasons. And I do believe there's higher power. Call it God. I like the idea of calling it spirit. I call it the universe a lot of the times too. But I think, especially when you're an artist, part of being an artist, and I don't mean a painter, I think anyone can be an artist, right? Major misconception is that you have to be a talented painter to be an artist. No. But being an artist, I think, is being able to slow down and look, observe. And the universe is really asking us to look and observe. You see nature, everything moves slowly, everything kind of has purpose and reason, and everything happens in the way that it's supposed to happen, and everything serves a purpose. It has to, we have the life cycle for a reason, right? In nature, at least. And I think with art and like making, it's also like the universe will guide you if you stop to listen. So you have to be willing to kind of slow down, and then maybe you're presented with a random opportunity, and then sometimes you're just, when you're really open, you just get a huge download. I think that's a horrible term, but I can't think of a better one. But like I will have had times where I've had kind of supernatural activities and I've just gotten this huge breakthrough. But that's because I think I was also allowing myself to have an empty head for things, for there to be the space in which to receive. I don't know. I think art and spirituality are very connected because also if you're making truly like original works per se, where is that coming from? Like yourself? I don't know about that. I think the source is God for all my work. Is I'm just the vessel. It's just going through me. I'm the messenger. But to get there, I think you need to have that empty space because if you're clouded with your own ideas, comparisons, doubts, there will never be a space for spirituality to be embedded into your practice. You need to be inviting of it. But I think once you do it, I think there's no other way to go back. I'm true and certified hippie. People give me incense for every holiday.
Every holiday.
I'm not kidding you. My best friend gave me 100 pack of incense for my birthday this year.